Hey, Des from Aro-Tarot here, and this is like a first kind of sketchbook tour. I finally kind of, not exactly completed it. I still am not putting the date on just because, like, I have some digital coloring to do, and I left pages for that so I could keep them, like, next to the actual, like, you know, like, drawings. So, like, those aren't there. And then I know hopefully the camera's not shaky. I decided to just go for it, and I'm literally just freaking holding it. Since I don't really have a good setup for just going over. But it shouldn't be too bad. My hand seems pretty steady, so, you know, seems to be okay. But anyway, yeah, this is a sketchbook that I started back in December, and I finally pretty much finished it. So I figured I'd go through and kind of show it because it was fun doing it, you know. So over here, this is like, if you can't tell from looking at the YouTube thing, this is literally the picture that I did for like my avatar and stuff. I decided to put that over there. And then this is like a thing, the cover. So I was trying to do like a mascot, and I finally figured out one that I wanted to do, although she appears in the second sketchbook now. But you can also see her like when the videos start and stuff, and that's my new character, Emmy. But for the first one, I wanted to do like an owl, even though I don't know how to draw owls. And I wanted to do one named Olive, so that was the original thought. So just like hopping in, I used the first two pages, which, if I remember correctly, I think I had a page tear out. Maybe either that or this page was tearing out, which is why I put the washi here. But this is just pretty much what I used for swatches. So there's a few other pages in there eventually for color pencil swatches, but these were like the pencil ones and stuff. Me trying to do Olive, which that doesn't look that bad. So yeah, just the swatches. And I literally just keep constantly hitting the freaking key with my elbow. So I just keep hearing this sound in my head, my headset, because I'm listening to music while I'm doing this, you know. So going in, like, the first so many pictures are actually, I did in a different sketchbook because I was waiting for these to come in the mail, but I wanted to, like, count them in with the sketchbook, so I, like, cut them out and taped them in. So over here, we have Commander Cullen from Dragon Age, and then this is, like, my main of my Inquisitors, Bellavana. So I had drawn them, and I put them next to each other. And then the washi here, because the pages were tearing out, because, like, with taped on paper, it just gets heavier. So then over here, this is Yvette. I didn't really like how this one came out, but I put it in anyway, since, you know, I did it. I was trying to, like, draw every single day, and that's kind of why I wanted all of them to be in here. Yvette's another character that I had made. This is Maxie from Soul Calibur, the games, since, you know, I had 6, so I wanted to do some drawings. And then this character is, I wanted to draw our cat Manson. If he was a human, what would he look like? And this is what I came up with. He's got Manson's just whatever expression on his face. Manson's got some stripes, so I did like the striped shirt. The way that Manson's like hair is on his chin, it's actually because he doesn't have as much hair on his chin. But it makes him look like he has a beard, so, like, that's why I did that. I did some thoughts, you know, I did some thoughts. He's got more of an angular face, more angular. Yeah, that was just me designing what my cat would look like as human. So then over here, I drew, Amy. And Amy is one of the characters in the story that I'm working on. She's actually the narrator of the story. So while she doesn't appear much in the story, she's, you know, the narrator. So I drew her here. I really like how this one came out. Like, she's cool. I like Amy. She's cool. I literally made her the narrator because I'm like, Amy's not that much in the story, but I like her. Oh my god, what if she's the narrator though? Which you might be wondering, how is the narrator not really much in the story? Well, you'd have to see because I did it a certain way. So she's the narrator. And then over here is Junkrat, since I had been playing a bit of Overwatch when I was drawing, and I like Junkrat, so I did Junkrat. Well, I had to stop momentarily because I got a text message, so Anyway, back to what I was doing. Over here, I was just kind of drawing a cute boy, so I ended up naming them Gabriel, and I do have a story idea that they'd be in, so I ended up drawing Gabriel on a few, I think it's the next page, maybe? But then over here is Quasi. He is like I love him. I love Quasimodo. Hunchback of Notre Dame is my favorite movie ever. Like, Quasi is like, he's such a good boy. I love him. So I drew Quasi. Yeah, here we go. So then when I did Gabriel, I was like, oh my god, I want to draw my boyfriend. So I drew Henry, who's a half-orc. And so then I drew them here together. Henry would also be in the story as well. I came out with the rest of the cast. You'll eventually see them as I get in. I don't plan on working on that story anytime soon, but I did like design the characters. Not all of them. I didn't design the one girl yet. But she's the only one out of the friends that I have not done yet. So besides that, they're all done. But yeah, this is Henry then. So Henry and Gabriel. And then I wanted to attempt to draw some animals. I've never been good at drawing animals, but these actually didn't come out that bad. This is Manson. This is that little cat that I was saying, you know, a cute little brat. So that's the one that I drew as a human a few pages back. And then this is Mittens. This one didn't come out as well. And then this is Chubby. This is our dog, Chubby. He's Mama's boy. This is the princess, so I drew a little crown. And then our little brat, so... Literally, this one just radiates his energy. So I actually like that one because it's just very, very Manson. Here's when I was trying to design what was my old opener. So that's what this is. I taped in like the colored version right there. So, yeah. And then this is Alfie. He's a character we made in Dragon Age 6 in the character customization. He's fabulous. He wears cowboy boots. That's a pink scarf. He's got his nice glasses. He wears booty shorts. He's really fabulous. We love him. And this is, I'd gotten some Rugrats stuff, and like this is Chucky from Rugrats. If you couldn't tell, like I brought up Rugrats, but Chucky has always been my favorite, so I did Chucky. This I just wanted to mess around with the Post-it notes because I'd gotten some Post-it notes, so I drew like an image on each Post-it note just to mess around with. This is Renart. He's the villain from my story, and then this is who he calls Bloom. She's kind of in the story. You'd have to see. But I went all in with my pens since I liked them when the hatching, so this didn't come out that bad. So then here is when I had started I ended up doing 3 tarot cards in this book. So this is Temperance, and over here I was designing it. Originally I kind of wanted to do like a fairy coming out of like a basket, specifically this one that was over at my Nana's, but then like I just ended up doing this. I even changed the hair and the outfit and everything, and I kind of really liked how it came out. And then here I did the Hermit, and this one I like even more. Here's all the planning that I was doing, and yeah. And then here, these came out really bad. I can draw Merlin better now. Arthur's came out okay. But I'd been watching some Merlin, so like I wanted to, you know, draw Du Bois. So yeah, I'm drawing the boys currently in the other one too. So they look better. Trust me, they look better. It took me a little bit to get Merlin. Arthur's was easier, especially since in the beginning of the sketching, you could see that the style for me kind of changes a bit. In the beginning, I was looking kind of at like the more Disney style. And that's kind of where I was pulling from. What I usually always did was kind of similar-ish. So I kind of was using that as a base, doing it as my own thing, and was allowing myself to like evolve from there. So Arthur's not that hard to do in a more almost Disney-esque style. I mean, he's the prince and then the king, so I guess that makes sense. That's my dad and his girlfriend. He commissioned me for Christmas to do a picture. They have the original one actually up on their wall, but he wanted a specific picture of them done, but monster-esque. And he didn't tell me what monsters, so I did like a demon, since it's always been, you know, like Double Dan. And then I did like a goblin, because goblins are freaking cool. And then I actually prefer how the digital one came out more. But, yeah. It's kind of whatever. This is another, I needed to do a, like, just like a portrait for Christmas too that I had to do, so I decided to practice by doing Ceres, who's one of my Dragon Age characters. This didn't come out very well. I hadn't really done portraits like at all, even now. Like, they look better now, but I hadn't really done any since like high school, like 5 years ago, and in the span of like 5 years I'd only done literally a handful's worth. So I needed some practice. And then oh, I thought the next one was them. Here I was kind of just rewatching some Lucifer because I just wanted something on while playing games, so I drew Detective Decker. And then this one I really messed up on. So then it's like when you mess up on something. So I just threw paint at it, and it was actually just really fun to do, was just throw paint. This is a picture of the one that I ended up doing. It's really, really bad. I hate it. Yeah, off day. Very off day. This is Nevia, one of the older haircuts that I had for her. She's my my Final Fantasy XIV character that I play. Here is essentially the first character sheet. I actually am almost done with a new one for Charlotte. Charlotte's the main character of my story. This is technically spoilers right here. This is all spoilers. But she's the main character, so I did like a character sheet. And then this would be the 10th. This would be for chapter 10, which, of course, I keep getting interrupted, which that's just nice, isn't it? Anyway, this would be for part 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. I kind of want to eventually draw like a picture for each, like, chapter. I don't remember. Do I have them marked as chapters and then parts? No, I just literally, it'll be like, it'll be start and be like the full part 1, part 2, you know, part 3, and then, you know, be like the Magician, the part 1, you know, that kind of thing is how I'm having it organized. But the story follows the Wheel of Fortune, so, I mean, the Fool's Journey. So then, as you can see, this is a little bit better. It's a little bit better. And then I drew Charlotte again. And originally Wither was supposed to be like a fan fiction idea, and this was a picture that I had done back in November, actually. I wrote it down here. I just needed something to paste here, and I like how it came out. There's Renard actually colored in Charlotte. One of the first-ish pictures I actually did of Charlotte. So I know this was like one of the first like digital drawings that I did, if not the first that I colored. But yeah, so that's where it all started. Like, don't judge me. I like doing stories in my head of scenarios with the shows that I'm watching, so. And then my mind travels, and it becomes like its own story with its own characters. So all of this is just me swatching some color pencil tips. This page ripped out, so. Sometimes your pages just rip out, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then, oh, I wanted to do like a palette challenge with the color pencils, but I still suck at color pencils, so I didn't really do anything with it. Over here is, oh, I was trying to come up with the colors for the OCs. This is Cliff. So it's a story with Henry and Gabriel. He's essentially like the main character. So they're actually a moth. This is just their human form. But Cliff's one of the main character, the very quiet one. Over here, this isn't the best, but I actually like how it came out. Why? Because what I did was I looked at my character and I made it so I wasn't allowed to erase or stop. I had to kind of essentially continuously draw my character sitting there. So it didn't actually come out too bad, considering I didn't allow myself to stop. Like, I literally rewrote up here, what's an eraser? No erasing and no stopping. You just gotta keep going. Like how we did our weekly writing things in English class in 10th grade. You just gotta keep going, no stopping. That's how it goes. That's what I did for that. Then over here I did some more pictures of Charlotte. Trying to do different expressions, which is kind of weird since she's not much of an expressionist person. This is where I was designing another character for that one story idea, the one with Cliff, Henry, and Gabriel. This is Izzy. So these look like trash. I was just trying to design something. I'm terrible when it comes to like just drawing up the initial poses or designs. But then you actually get to it and it's like boom. I really like how it came out. Like Izzy looks great. She's great. I love her. This is literally me just trying to figure out what specific color pencils I wanted to color her with. Because I wanted it to be perfect because I really liked how the drawing came out. So I wanted it to be good, great, amazing. So yeah, that's Izzy. And then here, I was designing her girlfriend. So I had some designing. I was drawing like looking at the profiles and pictures of guinea pigs since, yes. Oh, I thought the next one was going to be it. But yeah, anyway, this one is, oh, what's his name? It's been a while since I played him. He's another one of my characters that I made in Dragon Age. I have like 30 Dragon Age characters, so yeah. And then this page, I just decided to just put a freaking Namazu in, because why not Namazu? Anyway, here it is. This is my guinea pig. So she didn't come out that bad. She's cute, she's fluffy, she's chubby, she's so cute. I love her. She's amazing. Her name's Bailey. And then this is literally the last quote ever in my favorite movie ever. I decided to put that over there since this page got kind of messed up, so I covered it in washi tape. And then this is actually the first picture, and then that being the second, that I ever did of my character Cassius, who is the other main character in the story. Not the one with Click, but the one with Charlotte. He is essentially her non-romantic love interest. He's got a lot of stuff going on. This is how I was coming up with the names. So I know Allie liked Bellin, and Bellin's a name I actually ended up using. I just ended up using Bellin for the prince instead, because my nana was like, Cassius is a great name, do Cassius for him. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, and actually, because I did it like this, with the purple and the grays, I really like how that looked, but I knew it wouldn't make sense in the world-wise for him to have gray hair, but that's where the pointy ears came from, and I still kept the purple, and I literally created up this whole thing for why Cassius has purple eyes. So, and then that one, I did that one entirely digital, so the drawing itself didn't come out that good. But I wasn't really doing much digital stuff yet either, so I guess it's fine, but that's Cassius. So then I was doing some notes about Cassius's character there. This one was the next tarot card that I ended up doing. This one's for the Hanged Man. I really like how this one came out. I had this whole idea that, like, the Hanged Man is upside down, like, you can see the tears falling, but, like, the background looks upside down. And I like how it came out. I really like how it came out. It looks good. It looks good. This one, I really liked it, so, like, how I said, sometimes I like the sketches, so I decided to do a digital coloring of them. So that's my character Nevia. Currently, she doesn't have that hair either. I ended up getting a new haircut for her. But I really like that haircut for her, and I was using that one for a while. But yeah, that's my beautiful Ellison that I play as in Final Fantasy XIV. So, yeah. I was designing Cassius's outfit, and then this was the first one I did of Cassius's full outfit. There's actually a new design for Cassius's outfit. This is supposed to... Now, it's Cassius's outfit for when he's going out. Like, if he's got to gather stuff. Because Cassius's character, he's essentially the court wizard's apprentice. He also kind of has a bit of a diplomatic kind of job in a sense, because he's the apprentice too, so he does traveling to different places. The actual court wizard, she makes portals, so she doesn't always go through, so if she needs something, she usually just sends Cassius in her place. So sometimes he's stuck taking the letters, since the court wizard has a very diplomatic kind of thing. The position's only been around for like 20 something years as well too, so it's kind of just Cassius gotta get some stuff. I mean, just with how Cassius's magic work, he needs to have certain things, so gotta go get them. And then that's a digital color, so you can see the difference. And then I did Cassius and Charlotte again there. And then the digital versions of them. I didn't really like how these ones came out. They were my profile-ish pictures for their profiles, and I've since made new ones. I still gotta like color Cassius's new one though, and then I need to do a new one for Charlotte. So then we get some new characters. This is the court wizard, Shireen, and this is Prince Merlin of the Kingdom of Veritas. He is Cassius's friend. They kind of were taught magic together by Shireen, since Merlin is also a mage. Then notes on their powers and stuff when they became mages, since you're not born a mage in my world. This stuff happens. This is a map that I had made. I still don't really know what all is beyond here, except for where like the elves live. Up here you can see that on this full-blown map that I've kind of worked some out of. It's supposed to be more of like a slowly work on kind of thing. Same with over here. You could see if you go more over, it's where the dragons are from. Up here, the Clawkin, which are cat-like people, they're above here. The dwarves kind of live amongst here. The one race that you see kind of lives just wherever there's forests. There's always one. So yeah, so Veritas, the story pretty much only takes place here. I kind of want Cassius to go to some other places with his job and stuff during a few parts, but it's about it. And then I've got this whole world because I want it to be like a series. So I'm extra, you know. This was just me trying to come up with some poses. And then I did these ones with my Tombow brush pens. So this one I currently have been kind of doing a digital color for, like finally, but I haven't finished it yet. I like how these came out though. Cassius, I messed up while I was shading his neck, so I just kind of shaded the whole thing, but besides that it looks okay. But I really like how Charlotte's came out. This was actually just the more serene kind of thing where I was doing it here. This is where I was waiting at the doctor's, so I just threw a chair and the light switch. And then I drew Cassius and Charlotte, and I kept adding more and more and more and more and more and more pen because I was waiting at the doctor's. So I just added so much pen, but it kind of looks cool, but so whatever. But I was waiting at the doctor's. Wait, I literally wrote, I used so much pen because waiting. This was where I was just trying to figure out what the heck would Cassius's profile image look like. And then I just drew Charlotte. And then I just drew some more Charlotte. I like how this one came out. This is where I had to figure it out what Cassius's profile would look, but it just would be a little bit more out than that. But besides that, it's fine. And then this one, for the longest time, I just had in pencil. And I finally went through with some pen and inked it not that long ago. That's why I wrote 2019, because it took me some months before I went back to it. And since you can see it on here, I didn't add anything over here. Then we have Lilius, who is a part of the friend group. And that's Sir Tybalt, who Merlin has a crush on. He's like the best knight. And he also kind of leads like their knight group. Merlin and him, they're like co-leaders. And then this was where I was coming up with those thumbnails for the videos. These are two of the gods, and they're clawkins. That's what I was saying by cat people. We have Marnus and Mistin. So I drew some little god things. There's Charlotte here. This is empty because I want to have like, maybe like, not necessarily maybe this one, but like, I don't know. And then these ones I just like kind of color in and I'll just kind of paste them in. So I'll let the space open. And here's Quasi. I was kind of just drawing this while I was watching the movie again. This page I kind of reserved for when I finally sit down and do a colored version of this. I'll put it here. I know I actually tried doing a watercolor paint version right here. But I'm very new to watercolors. So it's not the best, but it didn't come out that bad, considering I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, so. And then we have the colored versions of Merlin and Tybalt. I know the one thing that sucks, if you see all the ones that are printed out in the sketchbook, all my pictures, my printer prints things too dark, and I don't know why. I can't adjust it based on, like, how my printer works. So it just prints everything darker. It's kind of really annoying. We have the other gods here. Then there's two other ones on the other page. So Mavrior, who I actually did a watercolor of, and I actually liked how that one came out. The second watercolor picture I did, it came out nice. So yeah, not that bad, considering I don't know what I'm doing. So Mavrior, Bundrilda, Andrian, who is literally, I basically drew my brother. My brother's name's Andrew, so that's Andrian, the god. And then Delise, I got the name from me for Des, but Delise is nothing like me, and she doesn't look like me either. I mean, she has purple skin, which you'll see. So, not really me, though. So, then we have Natalia. Whenever I finish Withered, the second book I want to take place during the civil war that happened in Talis, who Natalia is, like, the main important thing. Like, she's the one that stops the whole war. So she'll be the main character of the second book. And then this is the mysterious god, Demandithus. And he is just literally the hooded version of my Pathfinder character from the campaign I had been playing. So he's in this world as a god because someone asked him. For centuries, he just appears in taverns, drinking ale and talking about fire, and someone was like, man, are you a god? And he laughed at them and was like, sure, yeah. So now everyone thinks he's a god, so it's great. And then this was a race that I was doing, so it's the Nagi, which are an underground race. They guard the portals to the various places in the world. I was trying to do Cassie's a bit more realistic. It didn't come out that bad. So it's a more realistic Cassie's. I know. Kind of see it a bit more. Yeah. Then these pages, I'm trying to come up with like a script, like an alphabet to do, but these are too curvy, so I need to change them up. This is where I started designing bookmarks. So I actually have the bookmarks for those ones. Yeah. They're in here. I know they're in here. Where are you, my bookmarks? Well, you'll see. I printed out the colored versions too, so you'll see. I ended up going back and inking them because I thought it looked nice. So there's Cassius and Charlotte and their outfits from when you first see them in the book. Charlotte's outfit ends up changing because she's not going to wear the same sweater and jeans in a fantasy world. And then Cassius, that's just the typical outfit. Eventually, I designed a different outfit. Then we have Quasi. This is the whole reason I wanted to make bookmarks, because I was like, I want a Quasi bookmark. No one's going to make a Quasi bookmark. So I'm going to do it. And this one I just call Coffee. So that's Stitch and number 5 from Umbrella Academy. Which that bookmark I actually literally have right here. Okay. So they're just magnetic bookmarks. So that's that one. And then I did Klaus, since that one's Klaus's mom's favorite. The number 5 was me and my brother's favorite, our second favorite being Klaus. And then I did Larry from Doom Patrol, since he's me and my mom's favorite character from Doom Patrol. I drew him with a plant, so, because he likes his plants. And these didn't come out very well, so I didn't ink them. I'm going to fix them when I do the actual digital. Because I haven't made those ones as bookmarks yet, so we'll do that. And then when I do, I'll put it right there and it'll look nice. So then, of course, I've bought Merlin and Arthur little bookmarks, but I wanted to make my own, so this is the Merlin one, and then the Arthur one, and then these are the... Like I said, my printer prints things too dark. Like, that blue was not that dark. Like, the actual colors that I used, I literally used actual photos from the show as reference. To get the colors, I eyedropped that. I eyedropped, like, the jacket, like, the armor, but it came out really dark. Like, I even eyedropped the skin color, but my printer is just freaking weird, so the color's off. But, yeah, like, I know what's so annoying, because for instance, Merlin's hair is not that dark, the pants are not that dark in the actual, like, version on the computer. I did shading in Merlin's hair and you can't even see it because it just came out as a blob because of the printing. You can see I did the shading in Arthur's hair though, and I really liked how that came out. I know you can't see because this is so small, but I I drew out the chainmail here. I made a chainmail brush just so I can also do that on here without me taking forever. Still took a while, but it didn't take forever, ever. This is where I designed Cassie's new outfit. So this is the new outfit design for just wearing more so, just looking nice in the city. I wanted Cassie's to look kind of fabulous, so. And then this is where I designed Charlotte's outfit that she ends up wearing. And then this is if we ever get to do the Pathfinder campaign. That's next. This is my character Mirai. So this is where the printer, I had such a hard time with the printer. I had to put literally a white layer of just white at 15% opacity so you could see the facial features. Because, like, that's a really dark, like, it's, I think 95 or maybe 90% black is what I did for this. But the printer literally just made it an entire blob. You couldn't see anything. All you could see was the scar, and then there was just eyes. So it was very annoying. Then this was where I was trying to design the character. I drew this first, and then I did that, and I'm like, this, the character, right there. So I already had a personality and backstory. I just needed to draw the character, and I'm like, yes, that's my tiefling. It's him. Let's do it. These ones I had finally pasted in. They're actually, I did them probably more like this far back. It was Allie's birthday, and Allie is my dad's girlfriend's youngest daughter. And she had been watching some She-Ra, so I drew She-Ra. Literally, this looks terrible. That's how I fixed it up in Photoshop, though. And then, of course, I was like, heh, I'm gonna do the rainbow flag in the background, since she's also going through a rainbow phase, but then also, yes. And then here I did a bookmark design for Red Hood that I still got to color. This one I actually did do, and then I kind of colored it differently in here with pens. It's a sewing machine because I made one for all the ladies in the sewing machine meetings. So then we have Amy colored, and we have Lilius colored as well. Friends of friends. And then there's Shireen colored. See, these are the bookmarks for Charlotte and Cassius. Then we have Andrian and I said she didn't look anything like me. She has purple skin. That's Delai's. Mavrior. Montrilda colored. And then, if you had, I don't think I had mentioned that when I first showed the pictures for Marnus and Miston. If you noticed earlier, I have a cat named Mittens and Manson. Yes, I made my cats gods. So, yeah. I literally looked at pictures of Mittens and Manson, and that's them. That's why the only difference is the eye color, because their eye colors are based around what color their magic is. So there's a reason why everyone's got weird, like, why does Amy have purple eyes? Well, that's because magic. So yeah. And then there's Natalia. I mean, literally no one has just white in the middle of their eyes with a ring of green. But that's the one. And there's Devin. And then, like I said, here's the printed off. So that's what I was doing. I was just printing them off. So I had the version in there. This is where I'll put Klaus and Larry's once that's done. And then this is a picture I did of Cassius. And I didn't use a reference. I didn't use a reference for either of these. And I really like how they came out, considering I didn't use a reference. For Cassius, I sat down on the ground. It kind of just was like, okay, so my leg's like here. My foot's a little bit like here. Okay, let's do this. And then for Charlotte's, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I only looked at my own hands for references on that. So it doesn't look that bad. So, yeah, and then, you know, I put some you can see the metallic. There you go. Some metallic gold. And then, since it was May last month, I wanted to draw Charlotte as a mermaid. And I did, and it didn't come out that bad. I like it. Cassius, I messed up while I was, like, inking. So I just added a bunch of purple and gold. The face is terrible. But besides that, that doesn't look that bad. Charlotte's came out better, but that's okay. It's okay. The list is actually my new sketchbook too. I was like, what would it be like if all of my characters were a different Final Fantasy 14 class? So I gave them all classes, and I would like to eventually draw them in like the Final Fantasy 14 like job armor. Probably just whichever one looks the best, you know, like the level 50, 60, 70, and then we're gonna have the level 80 gear and Shadowbringer. So whichever one I think looks best on the character, I'll do that one. And then, like I said, there's blank pages. This one I have a few that I just have to tape them in, like, for instance, this, I just need to tape this in, glue it in. Over here is where I'll do the quasi Red Hood bookmarks once I color them. Like I said, I was going to color the ones that I did with the Tombow brushes of Charlotte and Cassius. They'll go there. These ones I just haven't taped them in yet. Cassius with red and Cassius with pink. Since that's how Cassius, eventually you find out Cassius is gender fluid, and that ends up being the way that he kind of lets people know what pronouns to use. The new Charlotte one is this one. This is the new Cassius one, although I've since made another new Cassius one that I just need to color. Same with Charlotte, so yeah, I just haven't taped them in because I like to put the washi tape and then I glue them in, so these were just, I kind of want to digitally color and fix the Cassius Merman one. So those will just go there, and then just I want to color that one of Charlotte that I liked, so that'll go there. And then these are the goals. These were the goals, and whether I finished them or not. So first up, did I finish the book? I cannot check that right now because I still have to do some digital coloring. My pen skills. Did I work on my pen skills? Yeah, I ended up doing some more stuff in pen because I like it. It's nice. So see, I can just boom. That looks terrible. Did I maintain and improve my style? Yeah, I started off as the one thing and just kind of kept going, and then I kind of improved upon it. I even then made the little bookmark style, but you can kind of, I feel like you can kind of see where I started as you went through with like the more Disney-esque kind of thing I was originally looking at, and then it just kind of turned into my own thing. Did I do bodies? I did bodies towards the end. These aren't that big, so like here's my hand. So like it's hard for me to do full pictures. I have another sketchbook that I can do some full ones, and I want to buy this other one, so I'll do full bodies more in those. So yeah, just make a smaller check mark. And did I do a sketchbook OC? Okay, so I did do a cute mascot. I just did not stick with it. So, and I did make OC, so technically, sure, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think, just to show another thing for Charlotte that's not done, I figured I'd show one of my other sketchbook pictures, not in the second sketchbook, but I have a sketchbook that I'm just going to use for, like, my OCs, and I want it to look nice. So, like, character sheets and like, all their expressions out is pretty much just going to be what that sketchbook's for. So, I'm almost done with the page for Charlotte, so I figured I'd show that off. So, let me go. Also, first, you can see how messed up well, first off, my table is just terrible. But, look how messed up my sketchbook is. Like, I had to tape it because it broke very early on. Very early on. I mean, yeah, this is the second one. You can see just a comparison of just the thickness, because this one got thick. So yeah, and these specific sketchbooks, these are the Pentalic 4 kit, the ones for you could work on like all year, pack of 4. That's what these are. So I still have 2 more after I finish up the second one. So yeah, I figured I'd just show how beat up this got. Okay, and then this is from my Illidan sketchbook, so I finally decided to use it. The only thing I don't have done in this picture is that white space in the middle. I want to do different, like, motions, so this is just kind of like the character information. Like, if you go up here, we got Charlotte's name, we got some information, how old she is, she's an INFP type, she's female, she's Airways, the magic stuff that's important for the story. we have literally the pictures, basically kind of spoilers for the story, but whatever. It's gonna take me a while to write it anyway. Then we have like some personality as well, and then I added that little down thing as well, and I did kind of put it by the personality likes because I didn't know where else to put it, but then also like sometimes with your ADHD and your anxiety, which I have, sometimes you just feel like that's a personality trait. Like sometimes I'm like, how would I describe myself? And then I'm like, da 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 da, and then I'm like, ah shit, that's not my personality, that's just my symptoms. Fun. But yeah, Charlotte has ADHD. Amy does as well, although you don't really see it as much. But Charlotte has ADHD. Since like I wanted a character with ADHD like me. So her specific, the way that it all kind of affects her too is kind of more so based on me, since I know since me. But yeah, that's just my picture of Charlotte, which I will probably eventually put in pen and do a digital version of, but yeah, I need to buy some new pens, so it's mine. I've got 2 that have died, so I need to get some new ones. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That was my first sketchbook and the first picture in my Illidan one, so anyway, I'm Des from Aro-Tarot, and I'm logging off, so